Brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, and play cousins. What's good, fam? It's your boy, Mr. Michael. Hey, check it out today. I'm doing a request. I got a request from Gary Overton. It's at Gary1Overton 99. I'm actually going to check out. He sent in a request for me to check out Ghetts. Now so here's my disclaimer at the very beginning of this video. I am already familiar with Ghetts. I've heard Ghetts several times before, but transparently, I'm not really I guess my ears aren't tuned in yet to the UK, grime hip hop scene. You know what I mean? I'm still having trouble sometimes deciphering, sometimes the accent throws me off with some wording, and this is not a knock on any of it at all. But sometimes I have trouble still deciphering the wording. Some of the verbiage, it's a little bit easier. I've been reacting to Ren and stuff like that. It's a little bit easier with Ren because in the style and the way that he raps, it's easier to pick up on through the cadences and the phrases, sometimes making out the words. And a lot of times he uses, UK dialect, but it's not so deep, you know what I'm saying, that you can't pick up on it. But sometimes when you're really paying attention to the UK grime scene, I've heard a lot of UK grime rappers, you know what I'm saying, in the garbage scene. And when I've paid attention to those, sometimes the dialect can get real deep, you know what I'm saying, as far as accent and things like that, and the cultural references. And I'm not from the UK. So in fairness to the UK artists, I have done my best really to kind of leave that alone until my ears get tuned in a little better. I am a hip hop, a fiend. I am a hip hop, I've studied hip hop. I have been a part of hip hop. I've been in the music industry, so it's easy for me to pick up on anything hip hop. So I can definitely respect, the flows, the cadences, I can pick up on the entendres and stuff like that. But sometimes I can't really translate the importance of a bar, that they're using because of the fact that I don't really get the references. So I want to be fair to them. But since this was a request, and I did promise to fulfill these requests, I'm going to go ahead and check this out. This is Ghetts. This is the daily, I think it's daily Duppy, whatever, the GRM daily. And the request that I had was for the 5 million subs version. So I'm going to go ahead and check that out. Shout out to Ghetts, over 6 million subscribers. He's definitely doing his thing. And Ghetts is a legend, you know what I'm saying, in the UK scene. Like I said, I am familiar with who he is. I have heard lots of his music. I haven't heard this one, but I've heard lots of his music. I just could never really, it's not something that I can really get into because I don't understand it. And in fairness, like I said, I didn't really ever cover any UK grime or garbage hip hop on here because I'm not going to get on here and claim something that I'm not. So I'm not going to sit on here and try to tell you, oh, this is what he meant or this is what they're saying if I don't really understand the culture enough to really do it justice. So, Ghetts, if you see this video, forgive me if I boggle this whole thing, but I'm going to do it because Gary asked me to do it. So today, again, we got Daily Duppy, Ghetts, 5 million subscriber version. Let's go ahead and dig into this thing and see how well I can do, at least with what I can pick up. All right. Patience with me, y'all. Hey, before I get started, hey, if y'all have not already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on our road to 10,000, and I would love for you to be part of the family as we get there. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you hit the notification bell so you can stay up on everything that we do over here at Old Kids Media. I love y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this thing. Yes, here we go.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Hold on. Why the hell? Damn, my button. What's that?
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Was that Tony Montana? Shout out Scarface, Godfather. I was going to say Scarface. That was from The Godfather. Okay. All right. We starting it out, gangster.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
pagan's belly, shoot man like Nathan Tetty. The grime scene try alienate me, the garage just called, set the spaceships ready. I hate when the real...
Hold on. See, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. I want to do him justice. What the hell he just say?
Take the pagan's belly, shoot man like Nathan Tetty. The grime scene try alienate me, the garage just called, set the spaceships ready.
Garage. Okay, he said they tried to alienate the grime scene tried to alienate me. But alien, okay, I get it. The garage scene tried to alienate me, but the garage just called, where you like send your car to get fixed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said the grime scene tried to alienate me, but the garage just called and said my spaceship ready. So I am an alien and I'm about to take off. Bruh. Okay. All right, I get it. See, that's what I'm talking about though. It took me a couple takes to hear what he was saying. I want to do him justice.
Take the pagan's belly, shoot man like Nathan Tetty. The grime scene try alienate me, the garage just called, set the spaceships ready. I hate when the real one dies, cause Lord knows there ain't that many. Just know the revenge is sweet and I smell her on payback heavy.
I heard I know there ain't that many, but he said I just remember revenge is sweet. But before that, he said I don't know if that's because, like Ghetts, from what I know about him, he's a rapper's rapper, so that's intentional. But he said J. But if you take that J and you write it down as J-U, and if he says J-U, that's Juju, J, or whatever. But I'm only saying that, and because I always be thinking too much. But I'm only saying that because he said revenge is sweet, and he shows the candy bar. But if you took that Juju or J, you could be talking about like, I used to go to the movies and get the old Juju bees, the candy. He said revenge is sweet. He showed the candy bar, but he said J. Look, I'm thinking too much. I'm thinking too much. Is he talking about Juju bees?
Take the pagan's belly, shoot man like Nathan Tetty. The grime scene try alienate me, the garage just called, set the spaceships ready. I hate when the real one dies, cause Lord knows there ain't that many. Just know the revenge is sweet and I smell her on payback heavy.
And I smell the rum. The old red rum, because red rum backwards spells murder. He said revenge is sweet and I smell the rum, and it showed like a blood splatter on top of the candy bar. Okay, all right, got that one.
Me, the garage just called, set the spaceships ready. I hate when the real one dies, cause Lord knows there ain't that many. Just know the revenge is sweet and I smell her on payback heavy. Fuck that conference, crush man's confidence.
That beat is hard.
Series, giving up boy the old omnibus. Really.
Yo, that's a bar. Jumping out the 5 Series BM, giving that boy the whole omnibus. I know omnibus. I know omnibus means all in Latin. So he said, I'm jumping out the BMW, giving that boy all of them. I'm giving him all of it. Hey, that's fire. That was a fire bar.
Revenge is sweet and
oh, is this guy? You gonna make it easy for me, Ghetts? I'm getting a couple of these.
Man, I run payback heavy. Fuck that conference. Crush man's confidence. Jump out the 5 Series, giving up boy the old omnibus. Really stender, no pretender. Dance on the grass, weekender. Them boy there, they must have forgotten, but they're way too young to suffer from dementia.
Hey, he said real extender, no pretender. He said, I'm actually from here. I'm actually from these streets. You know what I'm saying? He said, I ain't no fake. You know what I'm saying? But the bar though, as he said, these young boys act like they forgot. But you too, but you too young for dementia. That's a bar.
5 Series, giving up boy the old omnibus. Really stender, no pretender. Dance on the grass, weekender. Them boy there, they must have forgotten, but they're way too young to suffer from dementia. Selective memory. I may open the boy's head, talk, go inside and select that memory.
Yo, that was a dope play on selective memory. I might open the boy's dome and select that memory. Bruh. Okay, Ghetts.
Selective memory. I may open the boy's head, talk, go inside and select that memory. Oh, now you remember when we empty. Nice fire in the booth with the 9 by my side like Northside Benji. Violate John in the
Shout out Charlie Slaw. Now it's fire in the booth. I know that ain't what he meant, but he could be still saying now because he showed bullets. He could still be saying now it's fire. You know, when you fire a gun, now it's fire in the booth.
head talk, go inside and select that memory. Oh, now you remember when we empty. Nice fire in the booth with the 9 by my side like Northside Benji. Violate John in this corn by February. For an MC, I'm way too skengly. Rock man to sleep, but not gently. I knew my technique will.
Okay, so I didn't understand none of that stuff he said there with the corn cob and all this, that, and other. I did get the skengy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of another way of him saying deadly. You know what I'm saying? I'm way too skengy because I know a skeng is a gun. I do know that. I do know that UK slang. I know a skeng is a gun, so maybe he's saying I'm way too deadly. I don't know.
Empty. Nice fire in the booth with the 9 by my side like Northside Benji.
Because he just said 9.
Violate John in this corn by February. For an MC, I'm way too skengly. Rock man to sleep, but not gently. I knew my technique will develop eventually.
Rock a man to sleep, but not gently. Okay. All right.
Gonna end me, you get me, but can't get me. Me caught lacking. Summer holiday with the gang, my boy. That means we're all packing. You ain't a man if you never had a fist to fist, and I can say that I'm heavy ball bagging. So why you?
Yo, I caught that. Hold on, but I didn't catch what he said before that. I hate this because I really want to catch these bars. Damn.
For an MC, I'm way too skengly. Rock man to sleep, but not gently. I knew my technique will develop eventually. You're never gonna end me, you get me.
I know my technique will develop eventually. I caught that. Okay, all right. It's taking me a minute, but I knew my technique would develop eventually.
Too skengly, rock man to sleep, but not gently. I knew my technique will develop eventually. You're never gonna end me, you get me, but can't get me. Me caught.
You get me. You're never going to end me. I knew my technique would develop eventually. You'll never end me. You get me? You can't end me. Okay. Damn.
Violate John in this corn by February. For an MC, I'm way too skengly.
This is work.
To sleep, but not gently. I knew my technique will develop eventually. You're never gonna end me, you get me, but can't get me. Me caught lacking. Summer holiday with the gang, my boy. That means we're all packing. You ain't a man if you never had a fist to fist, and I can say that I'm heavy ball bagging. So
that was a bar. You ain't a man if you've never had a fist to fist, if you've never had a hand, if you've never had a fight. I say that all the time now. You got all these cats out here thinking they hard and can't none of them fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember back in the day, you know, we was coming up, you know, a man had beef with each other. We got out in the middle of the street. We had a fist fight. And hell, 90% of the time, hell, we was friends by the end of the day. You know, hey, you win some, you lose some. One thing I know for sure is if I lose, you're going to see me again because, you know what I mean? But nowadays, they don't even fight no more. You get into it, can't nobody settle nothing man to man. Everybody trying to shoot and this, that, and other. But anyway, that's the topic for a whole nother day. But he said, the bar was, he said, you ain't a man if you've never had a fist fight, if you've never had a man to man, if you've never had a fist to fist. He said, but I'm ball bag heavy. So he's saying, hey, you ain't a man if you've never had a fist fight. And you gotta know, I got big kahunas. I got big nuts. You know what I'm saying? I'm about that. I'm not afraid to fight. But that's also a play if you've never had a fist to fist. You know what I'm saying? The boxing scheme, because he says ball bag. You know what I'm saying? You got the heavy bag, fist to fist, like boxing. That's a dope little flip on the whole thing. I know I probably screwed up the way that I described that, but I got it. He's in the boxing scheme. Plus he's talking about, you know what I'm saying, man to man. Hey, man to man, hand to hand combat with a, you know, me, you, mano a mano.
You're never gonna end me, you get me, but can't get me. Me caught lacking. Summer holiday with the gang, my boy. That means we're all packing. You ain't a man if you never had a fist to fist.
Did he say that means we're all packing or mean war packing? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the accent is so deep sometimes that it's real hard for me. Like, I really got to tune in. I'm catching some of it, but I feel like I'm not doing him justice because I'm not catching everything.
I knew my technique will develop eventually. You're never gonna end me, you get me, but can't get me. Me caught lacking. Summer holiday with the gang, my boy. That means we're all packing. You ain't a man if you never had a fist to fist, and I can say that I'm heavy ball bagging. So why you got your mouth wide again? Like say you ain't coming outside again. I'm by the window, rifle, Malcolm in the last of the Mohicans scalping him. You see?
Hey, Malcolm X by the window with the rifle, fire. He said, last of the Mohicans scalping him, fire. Those bars was fire. I caught both of them.
I had a fist to fist, and I can say that I'm heavy ball bagging. So why you got your mouth wide again? Like say you ain't coming outside again. I'm by the window, rifle, Malcolm in the last of the Mohicans scalping him. You see them man are YouTube verbal niggas. Us man are on-site circle niggas. Them man.
Hey, YouTube rebel niggas. All right.
Like say you ain't coming outside again. I'm by the window, rifle, Malcolm in the last of the Mohicans scalping him. You see them man on YouTube verbal niggas. Us man are on-site circle niggas.
Hey, he said, you nigga, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't coming outside again. You know, he shout out to, you know, the Malcolm X, the last of the Mohicans, but he said, y'all are YouTube, you know what I'm saying, niggas that just sit up and talk a whole lot of shit online or like to, you know what I'm saying, but y'all won't come outside. You know what I'm saying? Me and my boys, like, we for real ready. And he said that all the way back in the beginning when he said, I'm a real extender, not a pretender. He's basically saying, hey, look, y'all do all that talking, but ain't none of y'all gonna actually come out here and see me. That was bars.
Scalping him. You see them man are YouTube verbal niggas. Us man are on-site circle niggas. Them man are narrative curveball niggas. Us man are glove up and thermal niggas. Internet.
Yeah. He went back to the boxing scheme again. The glove up.
To the Mohicans scalping him. You see them man are YouTube verbal niggas. Us man are on-site circle niggas. Them man are narrative curveball niggas. Us man are glove up and thermal niggas. Internet, I ain't into it. I read between lines of intellect. I can't entertain their interest even when I wanna say you're incorrect.
Yo, that in scheme was fire. I missed a few of the words in there because some of the dialogue was deep, but I caught the in, the internet, into it, intellect. Boy, yo, that was dope.
You see them man are YouTube verbal niggas. Us man are on-site circle niggas. Them man are narrative curveball niggas. Us man are glove up and thermal niggas. Internet, I ain't into it. I read between lines of intellect. I can't entertain their interest even when I wanna say you're incorrect.
Yo, that was fire.
Something for his head top, no one on earth can intercept. I'm on the mountain now, but
still on the end,
which means I'm in Tibet. They can never.
Yo, he's still on the end scheme. You know, he internet, into it, intellect, this, that, and other. Then goes back and he's still in the end. But that last line was a bar. I caught that shit. Ghetts, you didn't get that by me.
Interest, even when I want to say you're incorrect.
Interest. So he said, internet, into it, intellect. Into it, interest.
Between lines of intellect, I can't entertain their interest even when I want to say you're incorrect.
Incorrect.
I got something for his head top, no one on earth can intercept. I'm on the mountain now with a gambling problem, which means I'm in Tibet. They can never.
In the mountains now with a gambling problem. That means that I'm in Tibet. So he's still playing off the end scheme, but at the same time, mountains, Tibet. The mountains in Tibet, but then flip the words Tibet. Other words, I'm in Tibet, basically meaning to say I'm willing to bet you I'm willing to bet you can't do nothing with me. Mountains in Tibet, I'm into bruh. And he played that in scheme all the way through there. That was fire. I caught that one.
To rest even when I want to say you're incorrect. I tell her up, I got something for his head top, no one on earth can intercept. I'm on the mountain now with a gambling problem, which means I'm in Tibet. They can never get away with disrespect. My young boys touch, risk and live protects. My old thing left, but I put a target on your back, boy, and I don't miss the X.
Do y'all hear the is? The is? At first, I thought it was just in, but he's doing the whole He's using the, what do they call that? The improper I sound. The he's not using I, he's using in there all the way, because he went from in now to is, but he's still using that same.
Correct. I tell her up, I go.
That's just like construction scheming things that I'm noticing. I missed all the words, but I caught the sounds.
Something for his head top, no one on earth can intercept. I'm on the mountain now with a gambling problem, which means I'm in Tibet. They can never get away with disrespect. My young boys touch, risk and live protects. My whole thing left, but I put a target on your back, boy, and I don't miss the X. Banana knuckle, your infrared.
Yo, that was a bar. Hold on.
I'm in Tibet. They can never get away with disrespect. My young boys touch, risk and live protects. My old thing left, but I put a target on your back, boy, and I don't miss the X.
A target on your back and I don't miss the X? Bruh, that's a bar. That's a bar. A target on your back. You know, they say whenever there's a spot, like if you're drawing on a map and you're looking for a target, like that's the location, you put an X on the thing, or you put an X. Some people, if you want to cut down a tree, you go and you mark an X on the tree. Or if you want to, like he's saying, I don't miss my mark. You know what I'm saying? I don't miss the X. That was dope. And I know that there's probably another scheme in there too, but I couldn't decipher the rest of the words on the way to that scheme in order for me to tell if there was anything else in there. But I did catch the Mr. X line.
Banana knocky your infrared. Someone call the coroner infidel. Ayow, nobody come when I hinder it. Come on, I realize hindrance.
See, he's still doing. Damn.
Bet they can never get away with disrespect. My young boys touch, risk and live protects. My old thing left, but I put a target on your back, boy, and I don't miss the X. Banana knocky your infrared. Someone call the coroner infidel. Ayow, nobody come when I hinder it. Come on, I realize hindrance.
I wish I could break down what he just said. I know that was a bar, the way that, but I love the way that flowed, the cadence and the way that the flow changed up right in there. He changed up the whole style of the flow right there. That was really dope. That was almost like a cocky, like little thing he's like he threw in there real quick. I wish. Listen, Gary, don't do this shit again, man. You making me work too much today. I love me being a hip hop guy. I love this, and I can listen to this and bang to it constantly. I have tremendous respect for the grime and garbage scenes in all UK hip hop. I have tremendous respect for them. The difficult part doing what I do here, though, as far as breaking stuff down, I can't give you proper analogies if I can't dissect everything. I'm hearing little bits and pieces, but man, I feel like I'm not doing Ghetts his justice. I apologize, man. Gary, you got me this time, my guy. You got me this time. I see what you did. You know what I'm saying? You challenged me. You wanted to see if you could beat me, and I think you won.
Infidel, ayow, nobody come when I hinder it. Come on, I realize hindrance. From a different time. Book of Eli, I go different blind. So
Book of Eli, I go different blind. Bro, I'm from a different time. Book of Eli, I'll go different because the Book of Eli, Denzel Washington's character, bro. Bars.
Call the coroner infidel. Ayow, nobody come when I hinder it. Come on, I realize hindrance. From a different time. Book of Eli, I go different blind. So many flows I don't.
Wait, I missed that. He did something with the screen right there. Hold on.
Infidel. Ayow, nobody come when I hinder it. Come on, I realize hindrance. From a different time. Book of Eli, I go
2022 to 2043. I got it. Okay, I got it.
Different blind. So many flows I don't use anymore, but give me that back. I think that's mine. I don't ask and borrow.
Yo, that talk your shit, man. So many flows I don't use anymore. But give me that back. I think that's mine. He basically just saying all y'all niggas out there stole my shit. Like I was the one that birthed y'all niggas. Y'all got y'all shit from me. Now you trying to act like you harder than me.
Man, I realize hindrance. From a different time. Book of Eli, I go different blind. So many flows I don't use anymore, but give me that back. I think that's mine. I don't ask and borrow. Mask of Zorro. Man, just flick it and zigzag, guys. I burn.
That one I caught. He think he's slick though, because in that one he said Mask of Zorro. Then he said I flick it and zigzag. You know what I'm saying? And it showed him making the Z like Zorro with his sword would draw his mark on people. You know what I'm saying? But he just played into how people stole his flows. You know what I'm saying? So that's still like another play on you got my mark on you. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that you do is something that I've already done. So like my mark is on all these MCs that came after me. You know what I'm saying? Like I done left my mark on the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's a play on that. But also the way that he worded that, I flicked that and zigzag, guys. So that could be going back to the whole gun scheme. I flicked that trigger and zigzag, guys, because you know the whole adage is people run in zigzags to avoid getting hit by the bullets. You know what I'm saying? So I flicked that and I zigzag, guys. Bruh. There was a whole triple in there.
Time. Book of Eli, I go different blind. So many flows I don't use anymore, but give me that back. I think that's mine. I don't ask and borrow. Mask of Zorro. Man, just flick it and zigzag, guys. I burn Towing bridges whenever these pricks wanna bring bad vibes. Steady with it, head, chest and belly with it. Go and get yours, I'm ready with it. New whip, ain't seen many with it. I begin to dance with a glass full of Henny in it. Are you ready, did it? Ooh, there's levels to this 20-year career and not a penalty missed.
Oh, he said I ain't never been defeated. There's levels to this. 20-year career and not a penalty missed. And then he showed the graphic on the screen, 20-0. He said, I ain't never been beat. Yo, bars. He talking his shit. There's another thing that I'm picking up from the whole structure of this thing right here is he's like, it sounds like he's specifically talking to somebody. And again, I'm not as familiar as everybody else and some of the people who listen to this on the regular. I'm not familiar with the whole thing that's going on right now over there. But this doesn't sound like just a random rep. It sounds like he's really like he's got beef with somebody. This almost sounds like this is a response to something. Y'all, anybody watching this video know this whole thing? Get in the comments, educate me, because this doesn't sound like just some shit he's just doing.
Destined belly with it, go and get yours, I'm ready with it. New whip, ain't seen many with it. I begin to dance with a glass full of Henny in it. Are you ready, did it? Ooh, there's levels to this 20-year career and not a penalty missed. If it wasn't for me, some of your favorites would never exist. Murder.
If it wasn't, bruh. See, yeah, he's talking to somebody. I don't know who and I don't know what, but my spidey senses is tingling. He talking to somebody.
Dance with a glass full of Henny in it. Are you ready, did it? Ooh, there's levels to this 20-year career and not a penalty missed. If it wasn't for me, some of your favorites would never exist. Murder, not attempted. I push my burner. An appendix, make man curl up. It's a.
Hey, he said, but that was a bar. He said murder, not attempted. He said, this is the actual thing. I'm killing y'all. This is not attempted murder where you get to live through this. I'm killing y'all. This is the real thing. That was a bar.
20-year career and not a penalty missed. If it wasn't for me, some of your favorites would never exist. Murder, not attempted. I push my burner. An appendix, make man curl up. It's horrendous. Feds wanna search us. We legged it. Now I'm in the German with the.
We legged it. You saying we ran? They want to search us. We ran. We legged it. Is that what he's saying?
Your favorites would never exist. Murder, not attempted. I push my burner. An appendix, make man curl up. It's horrendous. Feds wanna search us. We legged it. Now I'm in the German with the members. I got a surgeon and agendas. Another thing.
We legged it. I'm in the German with the members. I know he's saying I'm in the German with my people, but he could be saying I'm in the German. We got the body parts because he says surgeon. Bruh, we in the German with a surgeon with the members. But he's saying I'm in there with my boys, or I'm in there and the surgeon, we got your body parts. With that, I don't know. Is that could be a whole double in there too.
Push my burner, an appendix, make man curl up. It's horrendous, feds wanna search us. We legged it, now I'm in the German with the members. I got a surgeon and agendas. Another thing, I cover skin like Jergens with a vengeance. I told man.
You cover skin like Jergens, the lotion that you rub all over your skin. Okay. All right. That was smooth.
And agendas. Another thing, I cover skin like Jergens with a vengeance. I told man don't take it personal. The belly's in reach, the jacket's reversible. How you want it diagonal or vertical? Your reality's far from virtual.
All right. I got to go back. That was a bar two at the end right there. I almost missed that. The way that cadence changed, that flow switch right there, he just got real aggressive.
Now I'm in the German with the members. I got a surgeon and agendas.
Most of this has been real smooth. He just been in the pocket. He been riding the fuck out that pocket, but he just got real aggressive with it.
Another thing, I cover skin like Jergens with a vengeance. I told man don't take it personal. The belly's in reach, the jacket's reversible. How you want it diagonal or vertical? Your reality's far from virtual.
He said, how do you want it diagonal or vertical? But then he said, your reality's far from virtual. Because virtual reality is like, it's fake. It's not real. It's not real. It's in your head, or virtual, like what you see on the screen. He just got done talking about internet, gangsters. So he could be talking about your reality is not virtual. The truth is this is real. I'm coming for your ass. This is not no fake shit. This is not no imaginary stuff happening right now. I'm coming for you. And because I'm saying your reality is not virtual, you ain't gonna be able to sit behind that keyboard forever. You're gonna have to see me. I caught that line.
Cover skin like Jergens with a vengeance. I told man don't take it personal. The belly's in reach, the jacket's reversible. How you want it diagonal or vertical? Your reality's far from virtual. You want smoke, my nigga, I'm terminal. Fuck the other side, I ain't crossing no bridge anytime soon, brother, I burnt them all. I'm from the city of Troy, I prefer the war.
Yo, I'm from the city of Troy. I prefer the war. Okay, Troy. Who was that? Was that Brad Pitt that played in that movie, Troy? I forgot who played in that fucking. I gotta go look it up now. I forgot who played in that movie, but I prefer the war. Okay.
From virtual. You want smoke, my nigga, I'm terminal. Fuck the other side, I ain't crossing no bridge anytime soon, brother, I burnt them all. I'm from the city of Troy, I prefer the war. I got one on like his album week. Mountain Peak, Shaolin Steez, how his he lost a bit of weight but the pounds increase. Calm Ghetts got a
I don't know what the hell the circles was, because I didn't catch the line right after that. I didn't understand what he said. I saw them meant something, but I don't know what they meant. What I did catch was Shaolin Steez, shout out Wu-Tang, you know, the fighting, you know what I'm saying? But precision, all that kind of stuff. That could be a whole Street Fighter line, you know what I'm saying? Everybody using Street Fighter. Street Fighter must be a big thing in the UK. But that line that he just used right there, I'm going to make sure that I catch it right.
I got one on like his album week. Mountain Peak, Shaolin Steez, how his he lost a bit of weight but the pounds increase.
Yeah, how has he lost a bit of weight but the pounds increased? Like he's got a double in there, like losing weight. How has he lost a little bit of weight? How has he gotten smaller? Could be a weight thing. How could it be losing weight means I'm carrying a bunch of niggas with me and now these niggas is turning against me. So now like I done lost weight. I ain't got so many people on my back no more. You know what I'm saying? I done lost weight, but my pounds increase, my money. I done lost weight, but my pounds, yeah, that's a whole, I know I'm not explaining that right, but there's like a whole triple in that.
Album week, Mountain Peak, Shaolin Steez, how his he lost a bit of weight but the pounds increase. Calm Ghetts got the whole scene puzzled. Man wanna know where I found this piece.
The whole thing puzzled. Gotta know where I found this piece. Okay, that was bars.
I ain't gotta shout, just speak. You can scream your name in the world, my guy, and you still wanna sound this deep. I'm looking.
Yo, I like the way that they added that effect on there, but he said you could scream your name in a well and you still wouldn't sound this deep. But you notice how when he did like that, it had like the echo of him actually talking into a well, because when you talk down into a well, you get the reflection or the reverberation that comes back off of your voice that kind of can determine how deep the well is by the sound of your reflection. And he did the reflection and he said you can scream your name into a well and you still wouldn't sound this deep. That's bars.
Increase. Calm Ghetts got the whole scene puzzled. Man wanna know where I found this piece. I ain't gotta shout, just speak. You can scream your name in the world, my guy, and you still wanna sound this deep. I'm looking for my man. Where's my man? I'm just out here counting sheep. Shooters outside like Downing Street. I don't care who you know, but I got Dowson reach. I told my dark skin thing, wipe the browning.
He is talking about Street Fighter. He is talking about Street Fighter. Dowson, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but the dude with the arms that stretch. He is talking about, see, that must be a big thing over there. But but hold on. He just spit some bars right there.
Shout, just speak. You can scream your name in the world, my guy, and you still wanna sound this deep. I'm looking for my man. Where's my man? I'm just out here counting sheep.
My man. I'm just out here counting sheep. So all of y'all is just sheep. Again, he's still going back to the whole, I created this, basically, y'all are just copies of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here counting sheep, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm the shepherd. All you motherfuckers is just following me. Yo, he's still talking his shit.
Shooters outside like Downing Street. I don't care who you know, but I got down
that, you know what? See, again, that was on a Ren. I heard that on a Ren song. He said, I got shooters outside like Downing Street. You know what I'm saying? And I do know that that's like the residence or the capital, whatever you want to call it, of the prime minister. But, and I know that they got major security outside. So if you try to come up on Downing Street, you're going to get got. And he basically saying, I got shooters outside. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You come in here. Yeah, I'm well protected. I'm well guarded, like the prime minister. Yo, that was a flex.
Ghetts got the whole scene puzzled. Man wanna know where I found this piece. I ain't gotta shout, just speak. You can scream your name in the world, my guy, and you still wanna sound this deep. I'm looking for my man. Where's my man? I'm just out here counting sheep. Shooters outside like Downing Street. I don't care who you know, but I got Dowson reach. I told my dark skin thing, wipe the browning clean.
Whew. All right. I made it through. All right. Gary 1 Overton 99. Listen to me. Don't do that shit again. I don't know. I did pretty good. It's been a while since I done sat down and tried to listen to, you know what I'm saying, the grime and garage style, you know what I'm saying, UK rap. You know, like I said, I'm a big fan. I love listening to it. But having to do this to it, man, y'all made me I gotta go back to school. And I see now that y'all are really gonna test me. So I see that I may have to like really kind of get my ears tuned in for this kind of stuff a little bit more often, because I got a feeling this ain't the last one that y'all probably gonna send me. But yeah, I caught some of it. I caught some of the bars. Again, I don't know if I did them justice, because me trying to explain what they meant, it probably sound foolish because I don't understand the lingo or the dialogue. All I knew is when I heard it, what it resembled to me. And I'm sure there was probably entendres in there I missed because they probably meant something else based on where you from. That's the difficulty sometimes with breaking down lyrics. Makes it hard for somebody like me, because I know what it means to me. And he might see this reaction and be laughing like, I ain't say that shit at all. I don't know. But I tried. Gary, hey, I love you, man. Thank you for your constant support. Thank y'all for walking through these journeys with me. And thank y'all for continuing to support, Old Heads Media. Till the next one. I love y'all. Peace out.